Aragorn's a tracker hunting coons at night. Gimli swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting bugs off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's a neighbor's always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shia-Lud, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny, I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance. The turtles used to battle all over New York. It was radical. Now they work late nights in customer support. It pays the bills. They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
This is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here? Big back, big back, big.
Good evening and welcome back to Nerddom's Pull List, issue 61 for the week of May 28th. How's everybody doing? Oh, we survived another week. We survived. Hope you had a good week so far. We have a pretty nice and short week, actually. We took a couple days off from work. 71, not 61. What did I say? I said 61. I am tired. 71. Good to see you, Brett. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. 71. God, golly, cannot believe we've done this. 71. 71. Really quick, I have this video that I wanted to show you. The straight up madness that is happening with Pokemon. It is truly remarkable, and I just wanted to show you. I bet these guys are poking fun, but they may be serious. But just look at these guys. Come on, man. Grown ass men. Heavy breathing.
God dang it. Frick.
Doing something. I don't know why you're going so fast. I mean, you can only put them up on eBay so fast, really.
Oh my gosh, let me pinch.
Look at all those tattoos, too. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. He's real sunburnt. He's real sunburnt, too. What the heck, man? Yeah, get that package. And that's it.
Wait, hold on. We left something in the trash. Oh. Oh my god.
I don't know what that means, but just look at the high knees on this. Look at the high knees action. Look at that. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. Straight craziness that I saw. Straight craziness. I don't get it. Woo. I bet they're gonna go resell it. That's their main focus. Making that money off their Pokemon. This seems dumb. I just wanted to show you, dude. I've seen people hound Costco's, hound card stores, toy stores. Like they're slapping children out of the way trying to get to these freaking things, man. Oh my god. What up, Lewis? How are you? How are you, dude? My calluses are coming off from the gym. Calluses are coming off from the gym. Look at that. Ugh, it's gross. The other thing I wanted to show you guys really quick was, you guys remember the game Concord? Yeah. Well, someone donated their framed copy of PS5 Concord, and it's available now at shopgoodwill.com. So Chelsea Grace, we see your copy of Concord. First printing. It's a piece of history. If you guys are interested, feel free to go to shopgoodwill.com and get that piece of history, video game history. Very, very good. Very good. And you know, it was donated. It's not like they put it up for auction. It was donated, so it's like they just really don't want it in their house anymore. They really don't want it in their house. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. I think it's been a good time for video games. I mean, there may have been a couple, they're saying like a couple of games are flops, but I think it has been a lot of banger games come out this year. We have a video coming out hopefully this week, talking about some games that we've been playing instead of reading comic books. I'm very sorry. But yeah, we've been playing a bunch of games. We've been having a great time with like Expedition 33. Doom we played once. I haven't hopped on back yet. But we played South of Midnight, that was cool. Expedition 33, played a lot of that one. And then, you know, we've been playing Battlefront. Battlefront's been fun. Except for, I heard that there's a bunch of hackers. I haven't seen any hackers since Sunday, but yeah, big news. Big news this week. Did you guys see what's on the thumbnail? What's on the title? We're talking Batman and Deadpool. Batman and Deadpool. The Dark Knight and the Merc of the Mouth will finally meet in 2025. This is a long time. 22 years has been since they had a crossover, and really, this might be too late, in my opinion. This might be way too late. The rivalry between Marvel and DC may be legendary, but the two companies are putting aside their differences long enough to publish their first crossover comics since 2003's JLA and Avengers. Someone needs some money? Yeah. I don't know who. Beyond Caring? Yeah. We're having a hard time with this one. Who better to usher in this new era of cooperation than Batman and Deadpool? It's like, who is the most popular on this side? Who's the most popular on this side? Okay, smash them together. But you may be compelled by who is doing the art, so let's see. As revealed by Entertainment Weekly, Marvel and DC are teaming for a pair of one-shot specials featuring The Dark Knight and The Merc of the Mouth. Marvel will publish Deadpool/Batman #1 with writer Zeb Wells, who's doing The Amazing Spider-Man, and artist Greg Capullo, who did Batman. So that's quite interesting that Greg Capullo is on the Marvel side, while DC will publish Batman/Deadpool by writer Grant Morrison and artist Dan Mora, who is doing Batman Superman World's Finest right now. So, Grant Morrison, I don't know. It's because they're on their lows right now. They're on very much so the lows. They're very much lows, yeah. Both comics will also include backup adventures that pair more characters from the Marvel and DC universes. As mentioned, this project marks the first overt Marvel/DC crossover in more than 2 decades. Unless you count Fortnite's Omniverse. What is Fortnite? Prior to that, the two publishers had a history of collaborating on crossovers dating back to the 1976's Superman vs. The Amazing Spider-Man. It happens kind of once every generation of readers. I'll leave you to draw your own conclusions as to why DC's president, chief creative officer, and publisher, Jim Lee, tells EW, the timing has to be right in that you don't want to do these too often. You want them to feel special. It is sort of finding that right moment for both companies to come together because it is complex. There's a lot more coordination, collaboration, approvals that have to be done, and obviously from the business side, you're sharing revenue. But it's going to be a big deal, so you want the story creatively to warrant the hype of it all. Is this just a one-off? Does it lead from something? Like, it's got to be just a singular one-off story, like Batman Spawn, that kind of thing, Batman Turtles. It's very, very ironic that it's always Batman, huh? Batman always seems to be teamed up with some people. I wonder, who do you guys think is getting the better end of this bargain? Who's getting the better end? Marvel or DC? I think Marvel is. You got Batman coming in, man. As for why the two companies chose Batman and Deadpool of all the characters to bring this event, Marvel Entertainment President Dan Buckley explains that it just seemed like the right oddball combination of characters. It just felt like the fun combo. I'll be quite frank, it was nothing more complicated than that. Like Deadpool hanging out with Batman, there's a lot of levity to be had there. Oh god. More Deadpool humor, huh? And more deadpan Batman. I don't know, Batman's got some of his own humor as well, but I don't know if it's gonna team up with this. Batman and DC's bread and butter, yes, absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. That's why it's always shocking that they never start. The last 2 DC avenues haven't been started by Batman. They've been started by Superman. Like if you think about Man of Steel, and then now we got the other Superman. They're starting their DCU with Superman instead of the groundedness of a Batman, kind of like the way Marvel did. So if you copy the Marvel model, Tony Stark is a dude. He's a smart dude, and he makes an iron suit, but it's like in technology, it's based, in technology, more grounded-ish, versus just like aliens exist. Slowly, you're introduced to the more extraordinary powers, abilities, things like that, versus just straight up, hey, boom, here it is. Our big thing is that we want to do something that has a lot of fun, showcase comics, generate excitement, and bring new readers or lapsed readers back into the industry. Deadpool Batman #1 will be released September 17th, 2025, followed by Batman Deadpool #1 in November. Dang, Grant Morrison's taking his freaking time with that, huh? EW also reveals that Marvel and DC are already developing another pair of crossover one-shots for 2026, though neither is revealing which characters, so it's just one crossover. I'll admit, I do enjoy Greg Capullo, so seeing him on the Marvel side, and then I do enjoy Grant Morrison. So seeing him on the DC side, that'd be very interesting. You guys know I'm probably going to pick these up. So it did its job, but yes, it is way too late. Way too late. He's missing an eyeball already. That's funny. He's got a batarang in there. That's what that is? Yeah, he's got a batarang in his eyeball, and this one has a batarang in his head. Way too late, though. Way too late. Speaking of too late, possibly. Oh, thank you, baby. Awesome. No, I'm good. Thank you, baby. Woohoo! Oh, everyone say happy birthday to Nerd Dame! It's her birthday tomorrow. Yes. Everyone say happy birthday. Come on. Man of Steel was an okay start, but if Batman got a solo film before BVS movie, was more like the world's finest instead of, yes, exactly. It's supposed to be they need to be friends before they're on opposite sides. They said happy birthday. Thank you guys. Thank you. No, absolutely. They should have been friends 100% before they were enemies. Before they were ever enemies. Making them just straight up enemies did not make sense. Did not make sense at all. It was actually really sad. Like, having him be a nobody or anything. They nothing with each other. Very sad. Waste of a movie. Like, it looked cool. It looked cool. But man. Nope. I almost spilled. I am gonna spill. Got too much stuff going on. What can I say? So here's why Disney and Marvel Studios delayed Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. So, if you guys heard, they moved the release date of Doomsday from May 1st, 2026 to now December 17th, 2027. What? Oh, shit. To December 18th. Okay, so it is being pushed back. So it's being pushed back from May 1st to December 18th. So it's being pushed back 7 months. Yes, math checks out. 7 months, and Secret Wars is being pushed back from December 20... Oh, it's being pushed back from May to December. So they're each being pushed back all those months. What up, Collector? How are you, dude? How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm doing okay. Talking a little Marvel action. Marvel delays. I mean, there was no way in hell they were going to make this release date. Really, 1 year from now, and they're just still shooting? Oh my god, no way they were going to make it. Deadline shared some insights into why Disney and Marvel Studios concluded that delaying Doomsday and Secret Wars was the right move, with insiders telling the trade that these two films are among the biggest ever made, and the delays simply allow more time to execute on a gargantuan vision. As to why the Avengers franchise is moving from its usual May slot to December, it's said that's down to the success they've had in the holiday corridor with titles like Spider-Man No Way Home, which was a Sony and... oh my god, it was a Sony title and it's Spider-Man, dude. What other movies came out in that window? Marvel's? That didn't do so hot. Also, Snyder did not need to make Batman kill, at least not kill needlessly. Machine guns on the thing. I mean, shoot. Everyone had machine guns, right? Except for Batman Begins. 89 Batman had machine guns in the front. He had machine guns. Snyder doesn't understand superheroes. He's an aesthetic, which is useful for a director. Bro cannot write. Not everyone is a writer, and that's fine. Who wrote... somebody wrote Batman versus Superman, right? Oh yeah, it was Dawn of Justice. It was Dawn of Justice. Yeah, David S. Goyer. That guy wants to make another Blade movie. I'm sorry, it's very bright. So Chris Terrio and David S. Goyer, they wrote BVS, dude. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nerd Dame outdid herself. That was amazing. Insane. Got a little carne asada. I'll be honest, I messed up on the rice. I messed up. Not everyone is a writer, and that's fine. Yeah, I think the thing about filmmaking, right? And to a point, even comic making, cartoons, anything, it's a collaborative effort. You know? It's a collaborative effort. Get a rice cooker. Dude, we have a rice cooker. It burns the crap out of it. It overcooked it. I have to pop it early and then take it off. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But, yep. Trust me, dude, my favorite food is like rice and pizza. Absolutely. Oh. Collector. I watched Captain America Brave New World today on D+ and really enjoyed it. Wait, BMW Brave New World? You liked it? You're allowed to like it. That's actually shocking. What did you like about it? If you see Giancarlo, huh? Have you watched it yet, Brett? It's on D+. I don't know if you subscribe to that or not. I don't think you do. It just got released today, right? I can't believe David Goyer did it. Terrio wrote the screenplay for Dawn of Justice. Oh, dude, Terrio wrote Argo? That's insane that this guy went on to do that. Based on an earlier draft by David S. Goyer. Okay, so he came in and cleaned it up. He also did Justice League. Oh, good God. Terrio co-wrote the script for Rise of Skywalker with J.J. Abrams. How do you go from Argo to this in like 5 short years, bro? Oh my God. That's so sad. I mean, it tells you, right? It tells you. How do you get a job? Fudge. After Justice League? Good Lord. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. Wow. I didn't know Chris Terrio did that. What the heck? I'm sorry, Brett. I didn't remember if you watched it or not. By the way, Arrow Elevate, once again. Use code NERDDOM for 10% on checkout. I forgot to say at the very beginning, I'm the worst. Oh no, that's gross. That's gross. All good? Cool. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. That's good. That's good. Yeah, there's a lot in there, man. There's a lot in there. A lot of stuff happened in that movie, huh? And then again, you're like, what actually happened? There's an obscure X-Men villain named Vargas. They could have introduced him for the villain instead of as like a terrorist faction. Well, they were supposed to do the whole Serpent Society, right? The whole Serpent Society was supposed to be the bad guys of this movie. It had freaking what's his name from WWE, and it was supposed to be Captain America's and Serpent Society at the very beginning, right? America Serpent Society movie. I swear it was supposed to be this movie. Will the Serpent Society be in? Oh, man, I swear they changed it. The Captain America Serpent Society film titled was revealed and then quickly retracted at a 2014 event, with Captain America Civil War being the official title instead. Ah! That's it, Lewis. Seth freaking Rollins. Yeah, he filmed everything, man. And that's the crazy part, is that the gaslighting that they tried to do, being like, oh, this didn't happen. We didn't reshoot all this. What are you talking about? And it's like, no, we saw it. We saw Seth freaking Rollins playing, what, Copperhead? Or is that's DC, huh? Who was Giancarlo Esposito again? He was playing somebody. One of the snake persons. Bushmaster? Diamondback? Who is he? I don't remember. It was one of the snake names. See how much I know? See how much I know? Brave New World, Giancarlo. Sidewinder. There it is. He played Sidewinder. Who was originally a professor who was chemically mutated by the Roxxon Oil Company. Well, that could have been cool to know. Esposito's character was shaped by the film's reshoots and became a grounded mercenary-type villain who was initially rumored to be playing King Cobra, a character also in the comics. Esposito has also expressed his enjoyment of playing a strong, grounded character like Sidewinder. Man. But again, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Glad you enjoyed it. I personally didn't, but it's okay. We are allowed to like other things that people don't like and vice versa. But yeah, you know that there's probably so many moving parts on these movies that they just have to freaking get these release dates moved out of the way. That way they they want this time to cook. They want this time to cook. They get 7 months to formulate everything that they need to, and I don't think they're gonna learn their lesson here. You know, it's almost like they're gonna craft it in the edit, the entire story, and they're just shooting for coverage versus having a story planned out. God knows if the script is even done. Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars delays will likely impact Marvel Studios' X-Men reboot plans. So, I bet you know the X-Men are gonna be in there, as they revealed with the chairs. With the chairs, they're in here. Pew! Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen. So they're in here. With the pushback of those dates, it's most likely going to push back the dates of this planned reboot of the X-Men series that, yeah, everyone knows is coming around. I'm curious what their lineup is going to be. I'm curious what they're going to do. Hopefully, they give my boy Cyclops some love. And hopefully he gets some love in Doomsday, too. What's his name from Sonic has been waiting to play a badass version of Cyclops forever, rather than being C-worded for Wolverine. You know Jean Grey wanted some of that Wolverine. And then finally, rumor, much of the Star Wars franchise future hinges on Mandalorian and Grogu's success. Which I believe is a statement that we all know and doesn't really need to be said, because all of their eggs are in this basket right now. There's not much else going on. We got Ahsoka coming up, but this is really the big bang, especially releasing this in theaters, right? Because Mandalorian has been on the small screen, has been on streaming. So imagine this now going on theaters. It's kind of wild, kind of insane to see. The Mandalorian Season 4 was scheduled to go into production shortly before 2023's Hollywood strikes brought the film and television industry to a halt. Scripts have been written, but the downtime saw Disney decide that Din Djarin and Grogu's next adventure should be a feature instead, which worries the fudge out of me. We've always said that their TV seasons feel like a movie, so now they just turned their TV season into a movie. We'll see what it's like. Given their popularity and Season 3's open-ended conclusion, my clones! You guys remember that? It's not hugely surprising that the House of Mouse is eager to cash in on Mandalorian's success by shifting focus from streaming subscribers to box office revenue. I think this is going to be a hard sell. If your numbers from streaming is people sitting in a chair, you have to entice them, incentivize them to go out and go to the theaters. You have to. There's got to be something. And this is a prequel to Force Awakens. All of this is a prequel to Force Awakens. All of this ties into Ahsoka, which is another TV show. So how do you bring in somebody who hasn't seen a Star Wars movie in so long? That's going to be a tough one. Like, oh, you got to watch these seasons of TV shows to watch this movie. You're in kind of the Marvel problem, right? You're in kind of the Marvel problem. As soon as Mando comes on screen, Grandpa's going to be like, who's that? Is that Boba Fett? Boba Fett looks different. That's the Mandalorian, Grandpa. Gosh. 6 years since The Rise of Skywalker was released, getting Star Wars back into theaters after Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, who's leaving any day now, guys. She's leaving any day now. Essentially turned it into a small screen property, has become a priority for Disney CEO Bob Iger. Moana was originally a Disney Plus TV series and grossed over $1 billion last year. But that was also, come on, that was also a movie. Moana was a movie. Lilo and Stitch was similarly destined for streaming, only to break off box office records over Memorial Day weekend, which again was a movie. Starting with 2 hugely popular characters is a wise move, is it?
With the new U.S. Bank Smartly
Oh
Visa
no,
Signature.
get out of here. Ugh, we're not advertising the U.S. Bank. But as of now, we don't know what the future holds in store for them both beyond the Mandalorian Grogu movie, coming to theaters 2026. However, a new rumor doubles down on streaming adventures being over. Oh, really? Will Star Wars ever return to theaters? I mean, technically this is going to theaters. You know what I mean? But does this count? This is Mandalorian and Grogu. Is this literally Star Wars, or is this a Star Wars story? I'm curious how they're gonna brand this. And again, I wish it was something cool. I wish it was something cool. Like, why can't you have a cool title anymore? You know? I don't know. What was the Shadows of the Empire, you know, Dark Empire, Dark Age of Camelot. I don't know. Technically, Revenge of the Sith did go back to theaters. It did. You're right. You're right. So was that, I mean, again, though, are people going to be lost, and are you going to have a whole Netflix exposition getting them caught up in the first 10 minutes of this Mando movie? It's going to be interesting to see. There won't be a season 4 of The Mandalorian. If the movie succeeds, a sequel will be made. However, if it flops, it will serve as a final chapter for Mando and could also put Dave Filoni's movie at risk. What was his movie? His movie was supposed to be Dark Empire, right? It was supposed to be Thrawn? Or is that Ahsoka Season 2? I guess Ahsoka's kind of stuck on that planet outside the galaxy. What a weird place to write yourself into. What a weird place. I hope everybody had a great time at Revenge of the Sith. It seemed like a nice cultural event, kind of like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Kind of like that. Those midnight screenings that they used to do, and everybody knew the words and would sing along with it. At the same time, they're kind of memeing it, but I know people that were taking it seriously too. Ahsoka Season 2 is in production with the expectation that this era of storytelling would conclude with Filoni's planned movie. Much was once said about that setting the stage for a sequel trilogy by explaining how Supreme Leader Snoke and First Order gained power. Instead, it appears Filoni is forging his own path with a story about Grand Admiral Thrawn and the Mortis Gods, which is going to be wild to see. Andor, yes. I would say Andor is worth watching. 100%. Ahsoka, I had problems with it when it came out. Brett is correct. Andor is must watch. Must watch TV if you enjoy good writing, cinematography, CG. I'll gush about it, but man, they have I watched a video of a dude talking about the problem that they now have with Andor being out, and people kind of now expecting that quality, that great quality that you got from it. Great writing, great acting, great set pieces. It's enjoyable if you caught up on the cartoons. Yeah, if you're a cartoon fan, Ahsoka, like a Rebels fan, Ahsoka is meant for you. And it is supposed to be a continuation of the cartoons, and that's where I'm kind of thinking. I mean, I want quality. And I don't want them to keep using the screens. They keep using the screens that they spent a lot of money on. Like, that might be cool for ship. I can see that for ship battles being important, or ship flight. But everything else, I understand it's not COVID anymore. You can go out, shoot on location. It's going to cost more, but it's going to look so much better, man. It's going to look so much better. And they got very good background replacement. A lot of people know these characters who haven't seen the show, so it's not just that there are people who saw the show and people who don't know the characters. There's a big range. We want to reward people who have been there since the beginning, but also invite a new audience in. So they are thinking about it. They are thinking about Grandpa not knowing who Mando is. Mando. They all hate you. Didn't see the cartoon? Falling in love with potential. I will say, getting more into the Mortis gods may be really cool. Do you think Filoni is up for it? Or is up to it? I'm not sure if he is. And is Ahsoka ever gonna die? The trippy part is in Rise of Skywalker, you heard Ashley Eckstein's Ahsoka say something to Rey. You didn't hear Rosario Dawson. That would have been kind of funny. No, not at all. You don't think he's up to it? Poor guy. Especially when that potential is sometimes never fulfilled. Exactly. We can get into the hype. I enjoy hype. You don't think Dave has the strength to put his foot down, huh? He's not really safe. Like, I don't know. It's not like they're going after him. You know what I mean? So they were chasing Tony Gilroy. Like, Kathleen Kennedy was kind of chasing him. Yeah, not a Star Wars fan at all. And he did write Rogue One. He did come in and write Rogue One, or some parts of it. Sloppy wish fulfillment arcs, right? Oh my god, the plot armor. Let's watch this real quick. Zombie stormtroopers. If you were telling me this and I was a kid, I would have lost my mind. I'm probably gonna get hit with DMCA, huh? Or whatever it is. We'll see what happens. Let's make it small, eh? Let's make it small. So watch this. This is the part that I hate. Like, this stuff, if you would have told me as a 10-year-old kid that I'd be watching all of this, I would have lost my mind and said, no freaking way, that's amazing. But here we go, we got this, and I'm just rolling my eyes, dude. Why do they keep hiring people who don't like the source material? Interesting. He's playing with the Star Wars stories and getting lapped by people who understand the craft of storytelling. I don't think you being a fan means you dislike the source material. He may not like the hokiness of the original trilogy and of the prequels, Tony Gilroy in particular. I remember hearing him speak about that, and he's very candid. He's a very candid cat. You can hear interviews with him talking about his process, talking about the characters and all that stuff, and he, like I said, he's very candid. But he's now kind of accepted into Star Wars. And I think he's getting closer to understanding it. And I wish he had an open mind about the mythological portion or the mystic portion of it, because I want to see his take on it. Not that it would be a deconstruction kind of like Luke Skywalker was in Last Jedi, but more so I want to see his like real take on it. And Sabine being a goddamn Jedi, I'm just tired of it, dude. I'm just tired of it. Sorry, spoilers. I get getting different perspectives, but still, those stories, sometimes they don't even know what happened in the movies. Yes, Anakin blew up the Death Star. Yeah, I give that dude a little bit of leeway. He's probably nervous and all this other stuff, but yeah, if you say something like that, the fans are gonna jump on you. You can't be like, oh, I'm totally a fan. Yeah, when Anakin blew up this Death Star, it was insane, man. It was insane. I'm totally a fan. that comes off as fake hokey. But then if you're just like, you know, maybe maybe just be real. You know, I never was really a fan, and then I watched the movies and that kind of thing, and I'm even digging it. I think people will give you a lot of grace with that. I think people will give you a lot of grace. First man shooters? What's that? First person shooters? But yeah, look at these. I think that's all CG, but watch this portion, dude. This part right here. They are 5 feet. Look at this one. Look at them. Why aren't you shooting? Why aren't you shooting? You're that close. Why do you keep walking up to him? It is insane how bad this is, dude. Like, I get they're zombies, but what's the point of having zombies that shoot? Look at this guy. Lightsaber. Oh, now she's blocking bolts. Yeah. No, terrible choreography. Terrible. Where's the one where she's like flinging around stuff? This one. Ugh. Yeah, just man. Like, look at the movements. None of them are doing anything. Oh, God. Like I said, if you would have told me that this was happening, I would have not believed you. Would have been over the moon. But God, it's kind of sad, man. It's kind of sad. Lewis, how's the movie going, bro? Perfectly seasoned. Sorry while I get this food in me. Is there anything else we can watch? You will hate EA after this video. Oh no, this lady's crying after watching Andor. Somehow Battlefront 2 returned again. Zanny? I am making a Battlefront video, by the way. This guy has lots of followers. Who is he? This guy's crazy. That's pretty cool. This guy's a big YouTuber. Let's watch this real quick. I'm gonna stuff my face.
Battlefront 2 is peaking yet again.
So Star Wars Battlefront 2 is absolutely popping off right now. The player count has skyrocketed and people are loving this amazing game again.
Oh, what happened? What I wanted.
This past week, the player base actually tripled, quadrupled.
Everyone's hopping on Battlefront 2. Life is good.
Oh my god. It's a beautiful game.
It is
this
a
came out in
beautiful game, bro.
2017.
What could have possibly happened to lead everyone to start playing a dead game? Well, because it's goated.
Battlefront 3
Andor
is
fixed
everywhere
Star Wars.
on
It
TikTok,
did.
on YouTube.
Hey, you wanted this, right? You wanted the real deal? That's what this is. Wake up. You're in the middle of it. You want to run? Go ahead. No one's stopping you.
A severe amount of copium and hopium for Battlefront 3 being made.
It's like, spread the word,
gonna
Battlefront
happen.
3, spread the word.
This Saturday, the 24th, load up Battlefront 2 on whatever platform you play on. So let's absolutely fly.
Yeah, exactly. Battlefront 3 is not going to happen at EA. They just cut 300 jobs. Pretty sure. They just cut another 300 jobs. Super sad, bro.
Flood the servers this Saturday.
Good soldiers follow orders.
Battlefront 2, Resurgence Day, Saturday, May 24th. Be there.
Good soldiers follow orders. So when I got on Saturday, we were at 17,000.
Hell yeah!
Fireworks! Fireworks! Fireworks!
Guys, we haven't won just yet. But...
And that's just the people playing on Steam. Who knows what the actual total was? Battlefront 2 peaked at well over 300,000 concurrent players tonight. Fuck asking for a source. I'ma start believing people. 400,000! I'm getting word just now that we are at 400,000 Battlefront 2 players.
No way.
1 million players on all platforms!
Where are you getting these numbers?
My audio receptors, Fred, can't you hear it? What my boys and I did was gather up a massive squad to coordinate with, because that is the most
Disney will definitely
powerful
screw
and
it up. They have a
cinematic way to play
consistency
this
issue,
game.
yeah.
Look how we blew through this droid ship. Now! Now! Sentries!
I think the Star Wars license is open now.
Blast that door!
Anybody can make a Star Wars game if you want.
D-Day for them. Holy hell!
It's no longer with EA. EA screwed the pooch on that, making like 2 games: Battlefront
We're blasting, we're
and
blasting!
Jedi Survivor.
Oh,
It is Squadrons too.
Go through bottom.
So I guess 3 titles.
Yeah, there's 5 of us with you, Zanny.
Here we go, here we go. Yeah, go, go, go! Go, go, go!
I guess it's just a video of a dude playing. I'm very happy for everybody though.
The whole squadron team.
All the boys pulled up. I have friends everywhere.
Open fire!
I have friends everywhere.
To the right, to the right, to the right.
He just got evaporated. Oh my god.
To the left, to the left. Hold! Hold! I'm shooting
He's
you,
toughing it out, man.
Such a mess, bro.
Wait, let me open the door.
Fuck that Droideka.
He's just like crossing the street.
They have a really bad hacking problem right now too on PC.
Grenade out.
We also used these large squads to fill the servers of typically dead game modes. Starting
That's cool.
with the Resistance Supremacy.
Holy shit. Oh,
Holy shit!
Holy shit, we have so many people.
Siege of Resistance! Whoa, dude! The ship is so different! I have not been on the ship phase in this mode forever!
Let's go.
Sith troopers. Oh god, we're getting brutalized. What's the plan, boys? Sorry, D is being acquired. I know some
Wonder if he's gonna
aren't
touch on
familiar with
the
game or
hacking
just
issue.
seeing what all the hype's about. So real quick, in Supremacy, you fight on the ground over these zones to get points. First team to get 100 points flies up to space to attack the enemy capital ship. If they destroy the ship, they win.
We're gonna come on that Star Destroyer like a Nexu on its prey.
Exactly. What?
You're fucked up, man.
Go A, go A. Retrieve A, retrieve A.
Oh my god, we're getting flanked.
Oh my god, the flank. We can come back. We can bring it back. I think we stick to A, B, and C for now. If we like control, if we focus our men on a specific area.
I do it.
A, B, and C, boys. A, B, and C. No, 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 no. Oh.
Thank you guys for sticking with me while I stuffed my face.
Second order's here.
A second order has hit the galaxy.
Losing B. We need men. We need lots of.
Oh my god, yeah. We gotta talk about the sequels, bro.
So we can get reinforcements.
We have to talk about the sequels.
You boy? You're right here, and you're ready to fight.
You're right here. You're here at A.
And you're ready to fill servers.
You're here to fill servers. Fuck, what is that? You guys really think they're gonna bring Battlefront 2 updates back, or Battlefront 3? You think I'm crazy?
Yeah. So I'm good. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for all of them. So good. Okay. Let me go get the comics. We'll get into the poll list. Like I said, thanks, guys. Let's get this going real quick. Okay. Dude, we got... Oh my god. This is why we gotta clean out our pull list, guys. Look at all these titles. Good lord. Way too many titles. What is gonna be the pick of the week? I'll pick that one. We'll pick that one. Okay. You guys ready for the poll list? Let's go. It's gonna be kind of a long one. And again, I'm kind of behind. I did read this one though. This is issue 2 of a premium edition. Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell.
Oh, the tomato I grew.
Behold thy aroma tomato. Why is it cold?
I just got it out.
Oh, nice.
You want to eat it?
You want? Look at the tomato that she grew, guys. They said happy birthday, by the way. I don't know if you heard.
I heard.
Okay. Look at the Roma tomato. You get. All right, we're ready. Grew from the garden. Probably gonna explode.
I can't keep tomato. I would take. Taste the honey.
Tastes kind of sour.
Really?
Tastes like a tomato. Good. You just went for it?
I thought it was supposed to taste.
Yeah, tomatoey.
It's a perfect tomato.
Really good. Good job, Ben. Yeah, it was tasty. Dude, I could pick that off right off the bush. I could pick it like an apple. That's good. A little bit of salt. Anyways, Cold Day in Hell, issue number 1. It catches up with Matt Murdock in the future. And he actually lost his superpowers, as I think many do, as many did later on in life. And he gets hit with this gas, and it actually reactivates his powers. So I don't know if you can tell, he is a super duper duper old man inside of his suit. And basically, he comes back into action. So it's almost like Jonathan Hickman's Avengers Twilight. What was that one called? It's almost like that, except this is a very Daredevil-focused story. So this is Charles Soule, Steve McNiven, and Dean White. Full circle. Indeed. Gets his powers back. It's probably the end of the Matt Murdock story. Oh, we are so behind. I promise someday I'm going to read all these comics. Promise. We have a couple videos to make, but in the meantime, we have issue 17 of Ultimate Spider-Man. Now, is Harry Osborn really gone? Huh? Is this Norman? We will see. I'm actually, I think, 1 issue behind on this one. So, last I saw, it was Peter and his family were vacationing outside of New York City in the desert, and then they ran into Sandman. So, not that Sandman. A different Sandman. The dude from Spider-Man. So, they run into him, and he's actually not a bad dude. He is just not misunderstood, per se. He is just going crazy because his body is not able to become amassed again. It's all loose. So, in issue 16, that's one I'm missing. That was issue 15. But, issue 17, Ultimate Spider-Man. This might be one of the books that I'm dropping, you guys. I'm not the biggest fan of these new characters. While it has Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Gambit, there was a couple of cool little one-shots in here, but Uncanny X-Men issue number 15, after this Dark Artery storyline, I might drop it, dude. I might drop it. I might just stick with the normal X-Men line, but the new characters, I'm not sure why it's not connecting with me so much. But this one, it has to do with Man-Thing. I read issue 13. I love dropping books, to be honest. The Daredevil book, we are definitely dropping. I have to read that one. It's coming up on my list of reading, but I think I'm dropping that one for sure. But this one, Dark Artery Part 3, we were introduced in Dark Artery Part 1, the kid, the emo kid. He guides his friends down into this this ship or whatever, and it turns out that Man-Thing is in there, and he said you cannot be afraid of the Man-Thing because that's when he'll annihilate you, basically. So that was Dark Artery Part 1. This is actually Dark Artery Part 3, so I'm on 14 now. I need to read it, but this might be the one that I'm dropping fairly soon. So Uncanny X-Men, issue number 15. Sorry, Gail. Sorry. I kind of like the other storyline better with Scott. This one, though, this one's freaking Chris Condon, Montos, and Lucas. This is Green Arrow, issue number 24. I still like this one, dude. Chris Condon's one of my favorite writers, and seeing Green Arrow go through this basically a town of serial killers, it's been kind of cool. It's kind of like a mixture of, think Erin Brockovich and how she goes and takes this company to court. It's basically if Erin Brockovich's clients were serial killers. That's kind of what this story is. So Ollie is trying to unravel this mystery of who this killer is, and it turns out there's more than one. So it's almost like what was that one movie or book too, with the Inspector Clouseau? Is that Pink Panther? What's his name? Oh my god, it was the one. Oh gosh, the sequel was about the Nile. It wasn't the Polar Express. What was that detective movie about the murder on the Orient Express? That's it. Yeah, so it's kind of like that too. If you haven't seen Murder on the Orient Express, spoiler. It's kind of an old book. I love that Kenneth Branagh made those movies. I heard the last one was great. I heard the last one was really good. I never got to see it though. Next is issue number 7 of Jeff Lemire, Cardonici, and Delpeche, Minor Arcana from Boom Comics. I honestly don't have a lot of Boom Comics, so I'm glad I picked up this one. This one is such a wild story. I think I'm one issue behind on this one, but again, it's about a girl who comes back into her hometown because she needs to take care of her mother, who is ailing, who is not healthy. She's basically on the way out, and she takes over the psychic business. So at first she's like, this is all bullshit, you know, my mom's faking, that kind of thing. But then she starts having psychic events occur and other things are happening, and so we're diving deeper into that, and she's almost freaking out. So her ex-girlfriend is married to a man with kids and stuff, so she's kind of messed up with that too. So you see her kind of like spiraling in this one, but also accepting her powers as a psychic. So Minor Arcana, issue number 7. Jeff Lemire, JSA might be another one I'm dropping. Sorry, Jeff. My name's Jeff. My name's Jeff. Remember when that came out? Okay, I am one issue behind on this one, I believe. I love the cover, though. I love the graphic of it. But this is Jeff Loeb, Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Alex Sinclair. Batman Hush 2, also known as Batman issue 160. Batman issue 160. I've only read issue 1 of Batman Hush 2. So, yeah, Batman ended up saving the Joker from Hush. And it was all set up just like Killing Joke again, another allusion to the Killing Joke, which we've seen a lot of. We've seen a lot of past events of Batman being brought back up. And that's why I really did like the Scott Snyder stuff, you know, the Court of Owls, you had another Riddler attack in Year Zero. I liked all that stuff, man. I think that was really original. And this one, so far, I've only read, like I said, issue 158. It seems like it's retreading the same grounds. So, but I love Jim Lee's art. I know Roxanne at the store that I go to does not like Jim Lee art, especially Batman art. But I like Hush. I like this one, the way he draws him. That's Batman issue 160. So this next one is Hyde Street from Jeff Johns, Francis Portela, Brad Anderson, and Rob Lee. And this is from their Ghost Machine line. This is issue number 6 of Hyde Street. Very good story. I'm enjoying this one a lot. I'm enjoying almost all of Ghost Machine stuff. I think the only one that I'm not too much into is the Family Odyssey, which is the Rockefellers. Not too much into that one, but Hyde Street, Geiger, Redcoat, of course, Rook got disconnected. We're back. Yes, we should be back. We'll be back. Sorry about that. It does that, man. OBS does that. Sorry about that. My apologies. I don't think I missed anything. It was quite sudden, but again, there are these people inside of Purgatory, and then there are these other people who are there, and their job is to torture these souls, basically. To torture these souls because they're terrible, and that's why they're on Hyde Street. So there's one being, I forgot his name, but he's like a little Boy Scout. He's a little child. A little boy who's been there for a long time. And at a certain amount of beings that you've tortured, you get to move on. You get to move on in basically death, basically. And he has been there for so long because he keeps torturing people and he doesn't move forward. So at the same time that he's torturing the beings in Hyde Street, he's also torturing the other haunters, per se, torturers that are there, because they want to move on. They don't want to be stuck here anymore, but this kid is having the time of his life torturing people. So we just kind of figured that out in the last couple of issues, and the stage is really set with the backstory on these couple of issues. So now we have some alliances being built between the haunters / torturers, and we'll see what happens in issue number 6 of Hyde Street. So that's pretty cool, man. I like that one a lot. This one's another good one, man. I can't believe this is a $3.99 title. I don't know why this went up in price. I think they went up in price. We're gonna have to double check how the Spawn books are doing, but this is now $3.99, and this is Schultz, Carlos, and Ramos with Rat City. Rat City. Rat City. Issue number 14. Again, it is Batman Beyond within the Spawn universe. It's in a future. It's in a future, basically, with the Spawn, Hellspawn being added to like nanotechnology. And so we're dealing with this ex-soldier who was hurt, wounded on a mission, and he went through an experimental went through an experimental procedure to put nanomachines in him and like basically give him movement back of his arms and everything, or his legs, I'm sorry. And the event of Spawn 300 like rippled throughout different dimensions, and it actually corrupted the nanomachines with the Hellspawn, and so that's why you have this guy. So it's been a pretty cool story. The art has been fantastic, and just getting to know all the characters has been really, really good. He just faced off against one of the doctors that kind of turned him into this machine man, and he was brought into the headquarters, and we had a little bit more of a backstory last issue. So this one, issue 14 with Rat City, can't wait to dive into. This is one that we're keeping for sure.
I got 277. Look
Yeah.
what happened with the press, and that's that shit I mean.
Mm-hmm.
This phone is $1,000 or so. They keep updating my phone to breaking it. If Google is watching, you fucking suck. Learn how to code and stop hiring dumb bitches. Thank you very much.
You can't say learn to code on here, babe.
Learn to code and stop hiring dumb bitches. Thank you very much. I'm so tired. I can't even restart my phone. Look. Won't let me restart it. That was good.
I'm gonna get you the jitterbug.
At this point, I'm about to go get a Nokia. So
Me as well.
we call it big because it don't shit. I have to keep starting. This is the 5th time.
We'll go back to boomer phones.
I'm just trying to image my skin on my Epson printer. At this, we need to get this
What's that? FD's new Beyonce video? What's that? Beyonce is everything? What's this?
as far as I'm concerned, is to reflect the time.
This one?
I think that is true of painters, sculptors, poets, musicians. As far as I'm concerned, it's their choice. But I choose to reflect times and the situations in which I find myself.
I don't think I've seen this dude before. Is it a dude? Oh wait, yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. Never mind. Yeah, that one? Okay, I'll show her. Yeah, I think we've watched him in the past. We watched a new one too called Grits and Eggs. If you've seen that one, guy's pretty chill. Got some good stuff to say. Got some good stuff to say in that one. But freaking Samsung's messing up, man. Samsung's messing up, or I should say Google's messing up. 100%. Next on the list is issue 23, very special to my heart. Number 23 is issue 23 of Green Lantern. This is the Spectre once more. Again, I'm kind of behind. Makes me kind of sad, but this is Adams, Germanico, and Ferrado Jr. So, Grits and Eggs is great. Yeah, he's super chill. Well, not super chill. He can actually, he's actually gonna throw hands at some people. He said so. He said on site. But yeah, so this one, Spectre once more. I'm very happy. I like the interstellar adventures of the Green Lantern Corps. I think that in the DC universe is very unique for them. So to have them go off once again and try to restart all of these batteries for the lanterns, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm curious about Green Lantern, but there ain't no way I'm reading all that. I mean, there might be compendiums. Issue 23. Let me see. Let me see if it's on Tortuga. Let me see if it's on here. I don't like what they're gonna do with the Lantern Show. Yeah, the Lantern Show I'm a little worried about. When did I do this? 2023? Let me see. Damn. Oof. I guess it starts new, right? Let me see. Yeah, it starts new. Damn, we've been at it for this long? Since 2023? No way. Okay. I'll send you a link, Brett, if you want to read it. I mean, it's a good amount. Ugh, reactors reacting to Kelleran. Beck saves Grogu. Ugh. How do you make a channel out of stealing other people's content and then mixing it all together? How does that happen? That's quite weird to me. It's quite weird. Yeah, that Lantern Show, honestly, the Lantern Show kind of reminded me of Absolute Green Lantern. I was kind of curious about that, because Absolute Green Lantern shows Hal Jordan as almost like a dude, just a normal dude hanging out with Jon Stewart and Fudge, what's her name? I forgot her name, but she becomes the Green Lantern, and he is basically the Black Lantern in this one. So he is like, or something else. We really don't know. I think I only read one issue. But I like that his setup in that reminded me of the set photos that we've seen of the Green Lantern show. I don't want to read any of it. I might watch a GL. That's cool. Low oversight algorithm, islanding, and slow response time from the platform itself. Is that? Oh, yeah. Is that Google or YouTube? Is that Google or YouTube? So. By the way, here I have an issue of Spawn Gunslinger, issue 43, and we got a $2.99 title, so maybe Rat City is the only one that's a $3.99 title. Very interesting. But another issue of Gunslinger. Remember, this line takes place in the modern time, and in the modern time, Gunslinger is teaming up with a fallen angel to basically kill the same person they both want to kill. So he's still looking for his sister, even though they're kind of telling him that he's never going to find his sister. Kind of reminds me of Andor. And so, except he keeps bringing it up, versus Andor kind of just moves on. But he keeps bringing it up, and he's teamed up with this angel, this fallen angel per se, and then they're going to mess some people up. He actually ditched his two friends because of this cooperation that he has with this angel. And so he goes off on that adventure. And that's the last time I read it. So I might be 2 issues behind, but that is Gunslinger issue 43. Too many books, too many books. Without a doubt on that Google. All right. Next one is issue number 3 of Absolute Martian Manhunter. This is by Camp and Rodriguez. And Camp is going to be another writer on the list in a couple seconds. But I haven't read the second issue, but the first issue I absolutely loved. I love them messing with the medium of a comic book. I also love them messing with the story of becoming a manhunter, of what is going on with him. I think it's so much more unique than many of the other Absolute books, and I just enjoyed it a lot. I was glad to see that it got extended, I think, to 12 issues instead of 6 or something like that. I was very happy to see that it got extended, so I'm gonna wait and see how it goes with that, but this is one of my favorite Absolute books to come out. Honestly, Absolute Batman recently with Mr. Freeze. I read the first issue with Mr. Freeze, not the second one. I think it's issue number 7. Freaking killer. That was cool. That was cool. Introducing to Victor Freeze Jr. Is it Victor Von Freeze? Is it Victor Freeze? What's it? Oh, God. You gotta forgive me on this one. Victor Ooze. Yeah, right? No, is it Victor Freeze is something different. What is it? Mr. Freeze. It is Victor Freeze. Isn't it? Pre-crisis version. That's hilarious. Yeah, Victor Freeze. Why am I thinking of something else? That's a cool ass design though, bro. Let me pull up this design. That's sick. Look at this design, dude. That's from 1995. That's pretty legit. That's kind of using the animated series, like the dark face that they did. That's pretty cool. I love the 90s. The 90s are so legit. I'm thinking of Victor Von Doom. I'm thinking of... Oh, I mixed up Ivan Ooze. Victor Von Doom. I mixed up all of those characters in my brain right now. So... that just tells you where I'm at. But yeah, issue 7 of Batman, Absolute Batman, showing the introduction of Victor Freeze Jr. Where Senior? On ice. He's on ice. Oh shit, I punched him in my mic. So this one is written by Camp as well. We have Zawaldesky, Belair, Otzmain, Elau, and Muller. And I was told I need to read this and give it a try, but this is issue number 2 of Assorted Crisis Events. This actually came out a month ago, so I'm a month behind on this one, but I didn't want to buy issue number 3 without reading 2. So we're going to give this one a shot, see if we dig it. Definitely let you guys know. The first issue was kind of insane, talking about different dimensions kind of oozing into their reality all the time. And that's why it's a Assorted Crisis Events. And it was kind of like a mixture, right? So they were filming a movie right outside this lady's house. And one time, she came out and the movie wasn't a movie. It was like an actual war zone. People were dying. So that was like an incursion almost in her reality. So I want to know a little bit more about what's going on with this universe. I want to know a little bit more about the characters. Hopefully we see that character again. But it was quite disturbing at the end. Quite disturbing seeing all these people just getting demolished, and it wasn't in one of my horror books. But yeah, Assorted Crisis Events issue number 2, month late, $1 short. What can I say? We'll let you know. Final 2 books. Oh my god, we're almost there. We did it. There's so many books I need to read. I want to finish this video. Oh, I forgot a book today. Fudge. I'll have to go back tomorrow and get it. That sucks. That sucks. Hey, I missed Rogue Savage Land issue number 5. That sucks. I enjoy the Rogue book. I think I'm having a good time with that one. That sucks. I missed that one. Next on the pull list, though, is Absolute Wonder Woman issue number 8. Last time I read it, we had a very good tussle lyrical tussle, oral tussle. I don't know. They had a fudge knocker, indeed. Fudge sickles and cranberries, Lewis. Fudge sickles and cranberries. She had a very, very good back and forth with Hades, right? She's in hell. Hades? Is Hades the person? Yes. Hades is the person. I forgot where the place was, but she's there. She got pulled in, and basically she's having a back and forth, verbal back and forth with him, and he actually does get the upper hand on her. She thought she had all the cards, and then it turns out he did. So that's where we see there, and I think issue number 7, I'm behind one issue, so she gets out of that situation somehow, but this is issue number 8, and this is a new story starts here. So I think they're trying to get people on the train once again with this one, so this might be a good point to hop on. Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 8. And then finally we have Pick of the Week. This one really came out of nowhere, and I just picked it up today, but it looks like it's getting some positive feedback, and this is from Mad Cave. This is Peter Milligan, Val Rodriguez, Chris Peter, and David Sharp. This is The Pale Knight. The Pale Knight. Something a little bit different, right? So this one is England in 1349. Sir Hugh de Grey, the Pale Knight, returns from war to find a land ravaged by the Black Death, and his son dying from the plague. When he prays to God to save his son's life, it is not God who answers, but Death himself. And Death is willing to cut a deal. So, pretty cool. 1300s. I honestly don't know too much about the 1300s. My historical context usually starts around like 1600s. That's usually my area. It's like 1600 to about, modern times, like 1950. Basically, the nuclear age is when I stop. I just don't find it interesting once past the nuclear age, even though there's some interesting stuff. But this is a little bit before the time of my exploration in history. So, very curious about that. But the Pale Knight looks sick. Let's look at the interiors. Let's look at the interiors. I didn't even try. I just bought it on site. Pretty cool. Talking about the Crusades. Pretty brutal, bro. Pretty brutal. That's not bad. Definitely a nice cover. Definitely a nice cover. Let me see if we get into anything else. Your Highness! Sick cover, though. Let's see. Oh, here you go. A little bit of death. Pretty. That's pretty. Yeah, so I like Mad Cave, man. Mad Cave is the publisher that does Dick Tracy and a couple of other ones that I'm really digging, so yeah. The Pale Knight, issue number 1. I wish I knew who did the cover, though. I want to see who did the cover. Hold up. Maybe it's on the back. Cover by Nick Marinkovich. Nick Marinkovich. What a great cover. You sold me. What a great cover. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Nick Marinkovich. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. This was the pick of the week. The Pale Knight. The Pale Knight. I like the old text too. The typeface, man. The typeface is very not turn of the century. It's like printing press era. So I did a lot of studying with, oh man, I love this. The more I'm looking at this, I love it even more. Let me show you what I'm looking at. So this typography, it reminds me a lot of early stage printing press. So you're thinking about like the Jensen Bible, that kind of thing. That one I think was actually newer than this. I think the Jensen Bible is like 1500s or 1400s. But look at that LE and the H. It's making a cross. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Don't say it looks like a swastika. It doesn't look like a swastika. But yeah, that's really cool. Set type. Very cool set type. Very crazy decisions. But yeah, Pale Knight. Very good. And that's the pull list, guys. That's the pull list. 1349. 1349. Oh man, now we're at the most difficult part of the show. What are we gonna do for Knick-Knack of the Week? What do we got? Maybe some blood fruit. I mean, I got a new shirt. I'm wearing the new shirt. So this is from Culture Kings. It's a heavyweight cotton shirt, but this is why I had to get it, guys. Look at the back. It's the poster. It's the episode 1 poster, bro. I had to get it. I love that poster. When I saw it when I was 8, so I had to get it. Yeah, it's a good shirt. The Culture Kings was doing a 50% off deal, so this is 20 bucks. Yeah, and it's a 3X. I like the space. I like the space so I can walk around the gym. Like this. Like the dude who ran up on his what was it? The guy, he was like all ripped, and then he runs up on his client who's at like eating fried chicken, and he punches it out of his face, and he's all like that's how I feel like sometimes if I pump myself up like this, you know. Oh man, we got to get a good lift tomorrow, that's for sure. Oh yeah, here we go. Speaking of Star Wars, I will be working on a Star Wars video either coming out tomorrow, most likely Friday. It's talking about a little bit of Battlefront, just a little bit behind the scenes. But since we're all on a Star Wars kick right now, I grabbed some wheat thins. Like, is Disney that desperate that they're doing this? By the way, collect them all. And I did. I actually do have all 4 boxes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them. But I have all 4. Don't you love how it's all the characters that they don't have to pay for their likeness? Like, you don't put Luke or Han or Leia on here. It's all just like characters with no faces. So, hey, does this count as Knick-Knack of the Week? Can I count that? Is this the Knick-Knack? Can this be a Knick-Knack? My shirt? I have one more item too. Let me go grab it real quick. I've actually had it for almost 10 years now. Go grab it. I've nearly had this for a decade. I'm pretty sure. I'm looking for a date, bro. It's got dust. Dallas, Texas, made in China. It doesn't have a date. No way. Well, in any case, the movie came out in 2016, but I've had this collectible embossed tin deck of playing cards since Rogue One came out. That is nearly a decade. Rogue One came out in 2016. Unfortunately, I have played with them. I've played some games of solitaire. But yeah, so I've already opened it up, so it's not like a big deal. I don't want to rip the damn box. I already ripped the box. Fudge. How did I get him out? Okay. Very cool tin. Nah, I already opened it. I've been playing with them. I played with them. All the different troopers. Dude, the Death Trooper is such a cool design. And then they're so threatening that their voice isn't the same as like, "I got you, watch out!" You know, it's like, that's what they sound like. But yeah, I've opened them, sorry. But here are the back of the cards. Beautiful. Got Krennic, the Death Troopers, Vader, Jyn Erso, Andor the Man. And then here's Rogue One. So of course it's just a normal deck of playing cards. But like these are kind of cool, man. Kind of cool. I love the trooper design that they did here. This is a sick shot. We got a Jyn with the Death Star. It's pretty cool. I mean, I wish I could go through all of these. You have what's his name? Not Ken. Ben? Chirrut. Chirrut's the other one. Oh, look at the Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades. With the red lenses, bro. Look at the red lenses. He's got the red lenses in there. Classic. Bodhi. Remember that guy? Lies. Deceit. Another cool shot of Jyn. Dude, we never really saw Jyn dressed like this, did we? With the trooper goggles? I guess we did at one point. Nice! Boogalit. Boogalit. Let me see about some other ones. Director Krennic. That's a pretty cool shot. This almost looks painted, bro. They commissioned the art? Wow. Director Krennic. This was photoshopped from that scene where they're supposed to be running across the water. Dude, what is this? What is this vision? These are beautiful posters, bro. Imagine this on a poster size. God, the double exposure. Death Troopers. There's some good art on here. This is kind of funny because this is actually the Scarif Shore Trooper Beach Battalion. Imagine like getting all these cards, sticking on all these troops. Would have been sick. Another pretty cool poster. Director Krennic in that pose. We never saw him in the movie with that pose, but it's just an iconic picture that they released. Oh, remember this guy? Bistan? He's a fierce warrior. I think he's the pig creature that has the machine gun. Captain Cassian Andor, Rebel Alliance officer. Pretty cool. Now we know his backstory. This shot right here. This shot of Krennic. Iconic when he's like looking over the Death Star plans. It's freaking sick. Let's see. Some pop art ones. Baze. Not Baz. I was thinking Baze. Okay. This one's kind of cool. You see the different ties that we don't see later on. And they're in the trenches of Scarif. It's pretty rad. Another Death Trooper. Another double exposure. Dang, was this in the era of True Detective or what? Another double exposure with Vader. And some like weird tendrils coming off him. I think that might be the plans. This one's kind of wild. A little bit of postcard from Scarif. Can you imagine a postcard from Scarif and it's got the Death Star on it? Greetings from beautiful Scarif. Recently half annihilated by the Death Star. But it was those damned rebels' faults. That one's cool too. So it's like the same shot. Krennic with some Death Troopers. Dude, whoever designed these cards, bring them in. Bring them in. There's some cool stuff in here. Imperial Stormtroopers, Elite. Darth Vader, Sith Lord. Yeah, that's basically it. But good card set. I think I got it from a long time ago now, man. I think I got it for Christmas. It's one of those little like hokey gifts that my mom used to give, like with socks. It's like she found them. Yeah, they go into this nice tin. It's by Carta Mundi. Like I said, made in China. Made in China. Let's see if I can put them back in the box. But yeah, this is the house. This is the house deck in this house. If I could put it back into there, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. If I could. If I could only put this back in there. There we go. There's a little bit of moving around. A little bit of moving around. Getting in there. Zip. Back in your home. You too good for your home? So yeah, a little blast from the past. 10 years ago. Can you believe it's gonna be 10 years? This came out right before Battlefront 2. Right before Battlefront 2. So yeah, that's the knick-knack of the week. Solid. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I saw this. It's actually at my coffee table the other day. It's at my coffee table. So I'm like, hey, maybe that would be a good knick-knack. Since we're all Star Wars'd out today. But yeah, let's see. I don't think I'm going to get to... I mean, we do have a little bit of Aero Elevate left. We could probably stay up tonight. But I don't think I'm going to stay up tonight. We want to get the video out Friday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Again, just going over Battlefront 2, some of the situation that's happening with it, but more so the story that's inside of it. So if you're interested in the campaign, what happens after the Battle of Endor and before the Battle of Jakku, yeah, we'll go over some of it. I gotta say, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. But that is it for this week. Thank you guys so much. Lewis, you gotta keep us up to date, bro. I hope your knee is doing better. Hope your knee is doing better. Thank you for hanging out. Collector, it's nice to see you again. And Brett, thank you so much for hanging out with me, bro. Hope you're having a good week. And yeah, I will see you guys. Maybe we'll play some on Friday. Knee is all better? Hey! Very good. Nice. I'm glad, dude. Dude, oh man. Very, very glad to hear that. I cannot imagine blowing out the knee. Shoot. Glad you're better. But we will probably be back. Maybe we be. That's hard to say. God, dude. Look at you walking normal again. You not a pimp with the limp? Well, we will probably... That's kind of hard for my brain to think about. We will probably be back. Be back. I'm not. I'm just tired, but why is my brain doing this right now? We will probably be back Friday afternoon for some more Battlefront 2. Hopefully they fix whatever's happening with the hackers. If not, I'm sure my lobbies will be fine. But we'll probably play some Battlefront. We will probably return. That's true. We will probably return. We will probably be back. It's kind of like banana. It may be a joke from a TV show, but I really don't know when to end banana. Banana nana. Like when you're spelling it out, banana. Banana. You go too far and it's too much. But we will be back Friday for some more Battlefront. And hopefully I'll get the video out Friday morning. That's the goal. And then Sunday, I'm thinking either Battlefront or we may go into Doom some more. We may go into Doom. Because last Sunday we played Battlefront, the single player. Banana Nana. Yeah. Crazy Grandma. Is that what it is? Banana Nana? Is that a song? Bananarama. Oh yeah, Nana. Banana Nana. Yeah, exactly. It's Nana. Not Nana. Nana. Banana. I always think of Despicable Me now. It's banana. Banana. But we will be playing Battlefront 2 Friday with the release of the video. And then Sunday, Doom. And then next week is a crazy week. Next week's a crazy week. We have Summer Games Fest on Friday. So we're going to be watching that. I believe it's at 3 Pacific. I believe so. So we're going to live stream that. We're going to live react to some of the newest trailers and some of the Jeff Keighley Fest. That is that. And then Saturday, right after that, we're going to SoCal Gaming Expo in Pasadena. So I'm going to take... I think I'm going to take either both of the cameras or just one of the cameras. So we got this guy all set, the Osmo Pocket. We got this guy all set to roll out. But we may also bring this guy. So we may deck him out with this one to shoot SoCal Gaming Expo. But we'll be there Saturday, probably all day. And that sounds like a fun time. We'll see if we can find some cool stuff, more knickknacks for the room. Yeah. Crazy Grandma. Banana Nana. Oh my god. So she's a Banana Nana. Banana Nana. But we got a busy month ahead. And this all leads to Comic-Con in late July. Have I got my backpack? No. Funny story. They emailed me about my backpack saying it was supposed to go out last week, but it's not because I chose green as the backpack color. And they are on back order. So I will be getting it next month. If I wanted black, I could have gotten it this week, but I don't want black. I want green. So I put my feet on the ground and I said, no, I want green. That's what I paid for. That's what I want to get. So I have to wait another month for my backpack, but it is a badass backpack. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see. I bought it, by the way, back in March. Thanks, tariffs. They have so many excuses. First it was production, and then it was tariffs, and now it's just like they don't have enough. So again, it's production. Like, come on, man. Come on. What? Make up your melon. They oversold. They oversold the backpack, I'm telling you. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it. And that will be hopefully here before Comic-Con. So it may make my life a lot easier for that convention. So it may make my life a lot easier. Just read a headline about the tariffs. What about them? Is there something new? I'm gonna tariff everything. Everything at all. We'll see. Sounds like a court threw them out. Really? Really? Federal court blocks Trump from imposing sweeping tariffs under emergency powers. Interesting. I plant out emergency powers to President Trump to enact 2 tariffs. I don't know why I gave him like a weird kid accent. Very interesting. Very interesting time we are living through. Is that it? No, I mean, it does sound like Meatwad. It's supposed to be Jar Jar. We should give an emergency power. It did turn into Meatwad later on. Hey man, you got running to do. But it was supposed to be Jar Jar. We should give an emergency powers to the Supreme Chancellor. I understand. I need to work on it. What can I say? What's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Who did Jar Jar? God. I just saw a headline with him, dude. He's doing some project with Lucasfilm. They may be bringing Jar Jar back. Oh my god, why am I blanking? No Jaja! Ahmed Best, yes. So Ahmed Best just recently teased something. I mean, he actually did work on South of Midnight. He was the voice acting as well as the mocap director. So I'm glad to see him doing other work, man. I'm glad to see him doing work. That's cool. Like, he has a lot of experience with mocap and movement. I think he was in dance and like choreography. So him being a mocap director and a voice acting director, that totally makes sense to me. Totally makes sense. And he did a great job there. When he came on the screen in the game, I was like, this is Ahmed Best. I can tell his voice. But yep, that's it for me. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Collector, and everyone else. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We will see you Friday for some Fraggin' Friday. I can't think of a better name for it, so Fraggin' Friday. Probably around like 3 p.m. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you next time. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy.
We're going to track a hunting coons at night. Game the swinging axes, but his aim ain't right. Legolas is prepping, shooting buds off logs. Harlan's painting toenails, yelling at the dogs. Saruman's of neighbors always causing grief, scheming in his tower like a backwoods thief. With the swamp behind and the mountains ahead, we're just good old boys doing what Gandalf said. Frodo's carrying the ring and it's dragging slow, but we're marching through the mud with a steady flow.
Of Arrakis, it's me, Shia, your beloved sandworm of the desert. Many people are saying Paul Atreides, little Paul Atreides. I call him Pesky Paul. He's Al-Mahdi. People are calling him Lisan Al-Gaib. Pesky Paul's calling himself Muad'Dib. He said, Muad'Dib, I'm a little desert mouse, just a humble little desert mouse. And he is very tiny. I saw him.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles, middle-aged mutant ninja turtles. All of their shoes are from New Balance. The turtles used to battle all over New York. It was radical. Now they work late nights in customer support. It pays the bills. They would break dance in their teens, and now they use sleep apnea machines. Middle-aged mutant ninja turtles.
This is Snake. I've made it to the insertion point. I stayed pretty warm due to that anti-freezing peptide that you gave to me, but I have to admit I was able to smuggle out my smokes in my stomach. You know, it wasn't fantastic, but I gotta have them ciggies. Psychic powers are cheating. I'm gonna plug my controller into port 2. Hind D. More like D Hind. Ho! But seriously, what's a Russian gunship doing here? Big bag, big bag, big.
You